Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy D1 bringing you yet another YouTube video at this time. So we got new zombie type monsters coming out in the Premium Pack 2022 in the OCG. So this is belonging to the Underworld art type, which is the the first two that were released for that particular art type of zombies was Tristan and Belle of the Underworld. Tristan added a zombie with 0 defense from graveyard to hand, and Belle special summoned herself when Tristan was on the field, and she modulated levels for XZ play. So this is all belonging to that category of monster, and all of these monsters have 0 defense, so they can all be added through Tristan's effect. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into these. We have 4 cards to talk about in this video, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first we have Ghost Lancer, Underworld Spearman. This is a level 5 zombie effect monster with 2000 attack and 0 defense. First effect reads, if your opponent, only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is really good. It just gives it some, gives the card some playability in that it can extend. It's a play extender that you can use it for whatever means you want to use it for. You can combo with a tuner for a synchro summon, or link summon, or whatever it is that you want to do with the card, as there are no restrictions on what you can do with the card after the card is summoned to the field. Alright, so next effect, it cannot be destroyed by battle except with a monster special from the extra deck. That's cool for defensive purposes, but it's, play extender is probably going to be the most you're going to be using it for. And last effect reads, this card attacks a defensive position monster and inflict piercing damage. Yes, makes sense, as it being a spearman pierces and all that good stuff. So that's, specifically when you're on attack. So it has a play extension with defensive and offensive capabilities. It's an okay card. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. This is Ghost Sleeper, the Underworld Sleeping Beauty, level 3, Dark Zombie effect with 1300 attack, 0 defense. It has 2 effects. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Ghost Fusion from your deck to your hand. Second effect reads, during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard and discard 1 card, target one of your banished level 4 or higher zombie monsters and add it to your hand. So of course, if this was banished, you can add this to your hand. It also has some implications with Shiranuis as well. As you know, Shiranuis gain effects when banished, and this card can retrieve them back so that you can use them again for further purposes. Alright, Ghost Fusion, that's going to be the fusion card for them. That's going to be the spell card. I'll get to that in a second. Alright, so next card is Ghost Wyvern, the Underworld Dragon. First and second effects are hard once per turn. This card is normal summon. You can add 1 Ghost Fusion from your deck to your hand. Second effect, during the end phase, if this card is banished this turn, you can take 1 level 2 or lower zombie tuner from your deck, either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. So there are a plethora of different zombies you can use for this. So you can send a Plague Spreader zombie. You can also send a Shiranui Spectral Sword to the graveyard to set it up for its banish effect to banish itself and another zombie to synchro summon from the graveyard. Or you can send Shinobi Necro to the graveyard, which when banished from the graveyard, it can special summon itself, and when special summoned, it can draw a card and discard 1 card. So there's definitely some implications with that effect right there. Alright, so lastly, the Ghost Fusion. This effect is once per turn. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from the extra deck. Using monsters you control as fusion materials. Only zombie monsters can be used as fusion material for this effect. If your light points are lower than your opponent, you can banish 1 zombie monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard instead. So that's pretty cool. Also has Shiranui implications, of course, as it banishes from the graveyard or deck, so you can, banish a Shiranui from deck to get its desired, effect while, making your plays as well. But unfortunately, this effect here, honestly, it didn't need to be here. it could have been a different restriction, like maybe if your opponent's for someone has a monster from yesterday or something, but the life points are lower than your opponent's, you have to literally be losing to, activate this part of the effect. So I just don't know about that. But yeah, the support in general seems okay. There's nothing groundbreaking. They're incredibly balanced, as most zombies are. Nothing has yet to really be, underbalanced aside from really, maybe in the past few years, Battle Drope has probably been the best card in zombies, to date at this time. So if you guys, you guys may disagree. Who knows? Let me know what your thoughts is on what the best zombie to come out in the last few years has been. So, alright, so I will leave that at that. So I'll be bringing you guys more videos in the meantime. But until then, peace. YouTube.